Welcome back to my channel. Donna Parsons here, and today we are going to focus in on some awesome job skills that will help you in the real world. So right now I have, for example, cell A2 through A5 selected, and right now I have the currency symbol that is what I've selected. So the currency symbol, if you don't know where that is you're going to click the down arrow in the number category and you're going to select the one called currency. I'm going to select the cell below it and show you the difference. When I select the dollar sign that is actually right on the number section here in the ribbon, or if I choose the accounting, which is what that guy is, you can see that there's a big difference in where the dollar sign is placed. And out in the real world, you really do need to know this, because if you try to mimic or you have to modify a spreadsheet, you need to know the differences between the two. Now, if you stick with me to the end of this lesson, I'm going to give you some awesome tips, just like the one I'm going to show you now, okay? So this one here is called control semicolon, and when you do control semicolon and press enter on your keyboard, lo and behold, you have today's date. So that is a cool quick tip. Next thing, okay, another thing that happens out in the field, and I get asked this all the time, so I'm going to put in a zip code that starts out with a 0. Because I've already done the category called special, you can see it stays, but I'm going to come down here and do the very same thing. And you notice that when I do that, the 0 gets dropped. And why does it get dropped? Because that's just what Excel does. So how do I get that zip code back? So if you're doing mailing addresses or labels and you need to know how to get that 0 back up to the General tab, and you're going to click the down arrow and you're going to go to More Number Formats. And in your More Number Formats, on the left-hand side in the category, you are going to come down to where it's called Special. And in Special, on the right-hand side under Type, you can see that it says zip code is the first one. So if you have zip code +4, you're going to choose the second one. But in this case, I only have 5 digits. And when I click OK, it automatically puts the 0 back in. How awesome is that? Okay, let's go on to the next lesson. The next lesson is autofill. Autofill is really easy if you've never learned autofill. So when you select, and selecting the cell is by putting your mouse in the center of it and dragging across. That's called select. But now we're going to learn something called autofill. And because Excel is so smart that it knows the sequence of what you want. So for example, when I do autofill, it's going to carry over in the next cell the word February, and then in the next cell March. So I'm going to come down to the bottom right hand corner, and my mouse almost disappears and turns into this crosshair. And if I hold my left mouse button down and drag it to the right and release my mouse, you can see that it automatically fills in the months of the year. So why do you need to type? It's going to save you a heck of a lot of time. Same thing with days of the week. Same thing, I come down to the bottom right hand corner and I drag across, and there you can see that it automatically fills in, okay, the days of the week. All right, now here's another dilemma, okay, and this is something that you really want to see. So if I just typed in year 2000 and I was doing a census and I wanted the next month to be 2001, you can see that Excel just carries over exactly what I told it to carry over when it comes to numbers. But in this case, I wanted to do the census every 5 years. So for example, in C7 it's going to be 2010, 2015, okay? So what you need to do is you need to select both of these cells together, and they have to be combined as one. So right now they are, I call it Mary's, so they're combined. And when you drag your mouse and put your mouse in the bottom right hand corner of the second cell, okay, drag your mouse over to the right and release, there you go. There is 2005, 2010, so it knows the sequence, okay? So I'm going to give you a really, really great tip next. Okay, we're going to go on to sheet number 5, and this one is awesome. So thank you for staying with me in this lesson. So on the right hand side, you can see that I have a picture of what we want to type in. So I'm going to come up to A2, and I'm going to type in Jan, okay, and exactly what I just showed you how to do. Let's go down to January, February, March, April, and May. I have the abbreviations. Across the top, product 1, okay? And the cool thing about Excel is it knows your sequence. So it's going to say product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4. So it automatically fills it in. But what I want to show you, and the cool tip is, if you're doing data entry and you're doing a lot of data entry, I want you to select the cells exactly the way I have them selected here. And now by just typing in the numbers, so I'm going to just type in 1000, okay, and I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. And then I'm going to do 1500, enter on my keyboard, 2500. So if you're doing a lot of data entry, this is really a cool, quick tip. 3500. Watch what happens when I type in the 4500 and press enter on my keyboard. It goes automatically to the next column. So as you're typing, there I go again, 2750. See how it goes to the next column. So that is your cool, quick tip, and I thank you so much for sticking with me and learning some of the lessons that are so awesome in Excel for job skills, because this is real world things that I am showing you, because I have been out in the real world and showing companies these skills for a very long time. Let's go on to the next lesson. If you like what I have to say, please subscribe.